Talk Sports, your home for elite of football insights, big match breakdowns, and viral football debates. I'm your host, Adi Abishego, and today I will be diving into a jam-packed show from Arsenal's incredible defensive rush to shocking Premier League's sacking, ownership dramas, and rising stars lightening up Europe. Let's get into it. Starting with the team everybody's talking about right now, Arsenal. They are the toast to everybody. But before going straight into Arsenal, I also have with me in the studio, Yemites all together. I will be doing justice to every sporting news around the world. Yemites, good evening. Welcome to Talk Sports.
Good evening, Shagun. Good evening, viewers. So good to be back.
Yeah, it's always good to be back on Talk Sports. But before we go into the talk about Arsenal, let's start from the upfront. We saw the news, the trading news about NFF and talking about the money, the grants got from FIFA. We saw the shambles of what they call the stadium built in Binikebi, and we saw the site of the one they said it's ongoing in what's it called in Delta. But
Delta,
$1.2 million, is it good? Is it enough to construct a mini stadium in Nigeria?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it should be. It's not a major, it's just a mini stadium. And it's just a testament to the fact that management, you know, how do we manage these things? How do we go about it? It's not as if Nigeria's amount is if FIFA, one of the things FIFA does is they actually weigh it. They know how much this thing is a worldwide market. You get these materials, they know how much it costs. They know how much that will be enough to build a mini stadium. And I think extras will also be on it for the 1.2 million.
Okay,
and
looking at what the pictures of the stadium we saw at that Binikebi, do you think that stadium was actually worth $1.2 million?
I don't think
because we saw the former NFF president, Majupini, come out to talk, and say that yes, they got $1.2 million for that stadium as far back as 2020, and the value of $1.2 million, according to him, as at then was merely 400 million naira.
Yeah, as at then, but at the same time, as at 2020, if you get the funds, what did you do between 2020 and 2022? Because the skyrocketing of the dollar, I think it started 2023, 2020 to 2023. So what did you do in those 2 years? Yes, 2020 was a COVID year, 2021, but from 2021, what did you do? It is very important to note that because building a stadium is not rocket science. It's not as if it's a family project that you build for 10 years, 20 years. It's just a mini stadium.
We saw the finished work of that Binikebi. That is the finished work of the stadium submitted to FIFA as the complete FIFA standard artificial stadium. Yes, it was FIFA grants up to NFF. If there's one in Nigeria,
I'm still waiting for what FIFA will say.
Yeah, I think they said FIFA were okay with it. Was okay. FIFA was actually okay with it because they audited their accounts and they audited the process of building that stadium, and there was no fault in it from FIFA. So
was it the same FIFA that some officials were suspended?
I don't really know about that. But one thing is very certain from Nigerians: all they want is accountability from NFF, and it's also hard for the likes of EFCC to go pick up the NFF president because the NFF has the backing of FIFA. Yeah. Once the government bodies are interfering with the work, with the doings of NFF, there will surely be an hammer coming. So they have to be so very much careful in this situation. But it's one news that is currently trading, and it's one we are really hoping that NFF will come out tomorrow or one day very soon to drop the audit or explain to Nigerians how that stadium in Binikebi actually is actually worth $1.2 million. And don't calculate it with today's naira. Calculated based on 2020 naira, which Amaju said was 400 million naira, which he believes that yes, that money was spent, graciously. That's what I'll say. Okay, going straight to a good news, and that has to be Arsenal. They are the most happy set of people around the world right now. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top, having considered just 2 goals since September. Arteta's backline looks impenetrable. The chemistry between Gabriel Saliba and the goalkeeper Raya has made them the most balanced side in the league. They didn't concede any goal in the whole of October. What exactly makes Arsenal defensive system so efficient this season?
I think it's about continuity. When you've seen a backline that played together year in year out. The cohesion will start, the blending will start. You don't really need to think too much before you know where your defending defender your pairing defender is. All those things, it comes naturally when you've played over time together, and I think they've gelled together. And to see how David Raya has come in good for them since last season, it's just a marriage made for us now.
Okay, yes, and where they'll be tested has to be during the winter congestion of December. Can their discipline at the back hold them through that of winter congestion?
Yeah, I think that winter is always winter. No matter how strong the defense is, it will get to a stage, most likely they will budge, but they should not just budge too much.
Okay, the record they are currently pursuing has to be 13 goals, which was considered the least number of goals considered in a season
I think
by Chelsea.
15 goals.
15 goals, that
Yeah.
was on 2024, 2024,
2004.
2004. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the season when Chelsea sets that record. Which Premier League team do you think is most capable of finally breaking that Arsenal defensive wall?
Yeah, I think that there are a whole lot of things that can break it. As far as I'm concerned, I think one of them, you agree with me or not, has to be Chelsea. Because one thing that Chelsea is doing this season is they are trying, at least they get a goal. Hardly will you see a game Chelsea has played this season without them
But they
scoring a
consider
goal.
a lot of goals.
But they concede. But that's what
And
I'm
even
saying.
from
That
set
to
pieces.
yeah, to score a goal is not really an issue for them. It's about keeping it tight. And I think the manager foresaw it. Well, after Kobe went out injured, he kept saying it that the club needs to go out and get an experienced centre half. And look at how they've been shipping in goals. So it's not about them not scoring. I think one of the teams that has scored is Chelsea. And after Chelsea, I think Man City already got a goal. When Liverpool got a goal. And I think that they can still concede more.
Okay, let's see if Arsenal will be consider more goals than come this season in the EPL. They've considered just 3 goals in this season, and they're going to beat that record of 15 goals considered by Chelsea. And Peter Cech was the goalkeeper that season for Chelsea. On that, also Mourinho when Chelsea went
it
on
was
to win.
24 clean
I think it was
sheets on there.
2023/24
Yeah,
season.
24 clean
clean
sheets.
sheets by the legendary Peter Cech, who is also one of the Hall of Famer in England, if I'm not mistaken. And while Arsenal are settling the defensive benchmark, another massive storyline just unfolded at Anfield. Straight to it, where Brian Mbeumo stunned Liverpool at Anfield with a decisive strike, and as Manchester United 9 years drought away from Liverpool. Amorim's tactics clicked perfectly on that day, and Mbeumo's energy changed the game. How significant is this result for Manchester United players in France?
Yeah, I think that was the one before their last game against Brighton.
Brighton.
And I think that result came good for them. One thing you want to build is consistency. You want to be on a roller coaster, and I think they've set the good foundation for that now. They are now currently, they've won 4 out
On the
of last
bounce.
5. They've won 3 at the bounce, and I think that they can just keep building on that, build the confidence of the team, mentally bring the players back to where they should be. And at the end of the day, I think Man U can have themselves to congratulate for it.
Okay, we've seen the criticism on the manager Ruben Amorim, but he has been getting the result for Manchester United where it matters most. Do you think that patience from the board is actually paying off for them, or is it just having a lineup of easy fixtures for Manchester United?
I think that either it's easy or not. These are some of the fixtures they lost last season. We know what Brighton did to them last season. So I think that is a product of the players gradually gelling together. The new guys that came in, they are beginning to look good for the team, and the confidence in the team. And I think one thing that has affected Manchester United this season is mostly psychological. So I think that they found a way to break through mentally. And one of the examples I can cite is that Liverpool game. A Man U before, once they considered that goal, they feel jittery. And this Manchester United went out and got another goal. Look at against Brighton. Considered 2 after the 3rd game. When we saw last season, 2 seasons ago, mostly they will be fidgeting and maybe end the game 3-3. They went out and got 4-2. Now that's the mental thing we are talking about. Your belief system. You keep believing, you keep playing for it.
Okay, and there's no talk about Manchester United without talking about the man who is currently in the form of his life, Brian Mbeumo. How can he become a long-term difference maker in United's front line?
Yeah, I think it can be. He's one of those players that you see that they are serious players. They don't joke around. They just want to kill the game off, kill it off. You know, those kind of Diego Costa attitude in front of goal. Just kill the game off. And look at that last goal against Brighton. That explains it all. He doesn't play around. And I think it will come good for Manchester United if they can have the best support cast around him.
Okay, yes, his country Cameroon will also be banking on that big man during the FIFA World Cup Africans playoff, which starts on November 13th. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing against the Gabon team on that day. Later at night on the 13th, Cameroon will also be playing against DR Congo. So it promises to be another interesting week of football on African soil. Straight away from Manchester United's resurgence to Wolf impulsion. The story at Molios is cheers on and off the pitch. Wolverhampton are in turmoil, just 2 points from 9 games, and now an unexpected 400 million pounds takeover bid from John Texel, a move that could reshape the club's future amid the financial instability and relegations of fears currently. Is this takeover a genuine lifeline or just a distraction from Wolves on-field disasters?
You know, one of the best league in the world to invest is the Premier League, where you get to make money, return on investment, and it is always lucrative to get a club in the Premier League. And when you see clubs, mostly they come for clubs that really having challenge. When Manchester United sold part of the shares, it was when they were actually on the downward trend. So I think that's what is happening to Wolves. So it is business. If the offer is sweet enough for the owners, they can take it.
We saw them against Chelsea. That was a scary game today out
Yeah.
here. I was in the studio and I was almost having my
Yes.
my tongue in my throat on that night. Although I'm not a Chelsea fan, but
We know you are.
emotions just come in sometimes. But still on Wolverhampton. Can a new investor truly fix the cultural and sporting problem on Wolverhampton this season?
I think they can. We've seen investor fix Newcastle, investor fix Chelsea, then investors fixed Man City. So it's about how much you are willing to give. And with that kind of takeover, I think it's something that it can come good for Wolverhampton.
So the problem at Wolverhampton, do you think it has to be it's really around the ownership issues, or just they are not having good players, or is it the manager? Where's the issue coming from?
I just think that sometimes in the season is like this, where the club, you can't really point out what is wrong. Look how they came back at Chelsea. Look how they came back to Burnley and they still lost. So it means that the team is not as if they are bad. Something is just not clicking. And I think that if the manager can just get to lay his hands on it, and I think Wolves will be better off.
Okay, lastly on Wolverhampton, what happens when ownership politics starts affecting the dressing room? We saw that happen at Nottingham Forest, and it seems to also be affecting Wolverhampton this season.
Yeah, you cannot take away politics from football. It is a marriage that you can't separate. So you just have to be. You see, in football, there's always an iota of luck. Because now, as a fan, you don't have a power over what happens in that boardroom. And it's very important. Now, look at it. Yes, they recruited, but have they recruited enough? And I think the board has done well, because for them to keep a hold of Larson, it means that they have intention to do something this season, because the offer came in for Larson from Newcastle and they were willing to pay very well, and they still held on to him and brought in Tolu Arokodare from the Belgian league, which was the highest scorer in that league. So it shows a signing of intent that they really want to compete. And I think that over time, I think like Nottingham Forest did when they came back to the league, struggling rock bottom, and they found their way back up.
Okay, as I'm talking about Wolverhampton, we hope to see what really happens as they are currently fighting for survival. Nottingham Forest just make a shock managerial call after they sacked them. Ange Postecoglou, they got themselves Sean Dyche. I do think that's actually a better replacement to Angel.
Yeah, I think looking at the utensils, the players, the tools they have at hand, I think it's better to go for a defensively arranged
Minded
coach like
coach.
Sean Dyche than an attacking minded coach like Ang
But to me, it's not looking at Nuno Espirito struggling at what's it called, West
West
Ham.
Ham.
It's not looking like both West Ham, sorry, both Nuno and Nottingham Forest. Probably that was a marriage made in heaven.
I think yeah, it was made in heaven, but you can't really put it on no what is happening in West Ham. West Ham failed to recruit. They lost some key players and they lost this midfielder to Fenerbahce. They lost Mohamed Kudus and they didn't really replace those guys.
And they almost it's looking like possibly the possibility of losing Paqueta come
Paqueta
January
also.
is really high right
Yeah,
now.
really high. So you have to look at it. Though they want to balance their books, but at the same time, you just have to play football. If you don't want to get relegated in the Premier League, you can get relegated real fast, real fast. You know, Sunderland can only explain further.
Okay, yes, and one of the shortest managerial stints ever, Ange Postecoglou has been shown the door after just 39 days, 8 games, no win. Forest have pulled the plug really fast on the Greek man there. Was Nottingham Forest right to act so quickly, or should they have shown more patience?
You know, one thing is this: when results are going bad like that, you don't think about the coach alone. You look at the body language of the players, because okay, you know, when he got sacked, no got sacked. We spoke here, and I was like, see, I don't envy the next coach because these guys love the manager that was there before, so he will take the heat. They might not play for him, which is you see Nottingham Forest holding it down, diving it. They just lost everything. You know, these things, you know, footballers can be very funny.
And Nottingham Forest also lost players who I think they didn't really, replace back in that. We saw Elanga make that move to Newcastle.
to
Though even
Newcastle.
Elanga seems to be struggling at Newcastle to me.
But
They lost Ola to a long-term injury.
He will be back in
Yeah,
December.
he should be back December.
But they also brought in
Ndoye?
Ndoye. They brought in Zichenko also and some other guys. So I think that they've done justice to recruitment. I just think that is that relationship between Nuno and the Greek owner that didn't really mesh up together, that they had to go their separate ways. And I think I don't envy Ange. He's just one man that just...
Ange might be making a quick return back to football, maybe probably joining his former team Celtic in the Scottish
now that
Scottish League. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers has also been did he resign or was sacked? Okay, I think it has to be mutual consent. Okay, we know how it happens
out
in
of
football.
respect.
Okay, what does this say is about Premier League managerial culture today? Seems a lot of clubs are not really that patient with their managers.
Yeah, it's football. You know, football is like a wave. You know, there was a time defensive arrangement was a Mourinho. There was a time Guardiola came with the tiki-taka playing from the back. Now you see that managers are beginning to switch away from the play from the back. So it's about times and seasons. And so right now it's about, shop changing managers. Hire, fire till you get it right. So it is one of those things that has worked for Real Madrid. It worked for Chelsea. It has worked for Barcelona because Barcelona too has been hiring and firing. So when you see any club that really wants to do well, they hire and fire most times.
Okay, that is it. Well, let's switch to something more positive. A surprise up story from the South Coast where Bournemouth are really flying high this season. Antoine Semenyo has been sensational this season. 6 goals in 7 matches and now diving Bournemouth into the top 4 contention. Big clubs are cycling with bids reported reaching £75 million for the Ghanaian international. What's really behind Semenyo's solid transformation since last season?
No, since last season, he has just been that guy that has decided to carry the team on their shoulder. I think what happened to him can be likened to what happened to Ademola Lookman. Players just surge and they just want to take up the responsibility and carry their team. And I think that's what Semenyo has done. And he kept improving. And there's one thing we have to mention is that it is easier to carry teams like Bournemouth when the pressure is not much, the eyes is not really on you, the attention is not really on you. When you miss 5 chances in a game, it just go like that. The games you now come in, they shout your name. But the games you play bad, they don't really crucify you. It's different from when you now go to a team that they crucify you. So I think that Semenyo has come good.
Okay.
We hope he can
If there's
continue.
really a player I really respect or I really, really fear whenever he cuts in or find himself in the box and having his shooting position, it has
Yeah.
to be Semeyo
Yeah.
and Moises
Really.
Caicedo. Because whenever you watch them in training and the way they are always specific about taking
Shooting.
shots, shooting
Yeah.
trainings, then you have to really be scared. Whenever Semeyo cuts in, I'm always scared of the end product of that ball. And it's really paying up for him because those sleepless nights, those time you go extreme to train yourself is what
You
is really
see,
working the magic for the young man.
if you want to be a leader in the team, you have to put in the extra work. Now, for instance, I remember Amis Rodriguez of I think is it Colombia.
Colombia.
When he got signed on with big
To Real
money move
Madrid.
to Real Madrid, he
Even
wanted
at
to
Bayern Munich,
surprise.
he actually flopped also.
Yeah, he wanted to surprise. I think it was him. Yeah, I think he should be him. Wanted to surprise everybody, get to the training and met Cristiano Ronaldo already training. So Lionel Messi, when he got to Inter Miami, he got to training and he was the first to get there. I was like, wow, what's happening here? Because of the attitude, because of nurture. You can be talented, which is nature, but you need to nurture. So I think that for you to nurture, you have to put in the extra hours. You don't put the extra hours, you don't get the extra gains.
Okay, I'm talking about the extra was being pulled by Bournemouth. Is it possible realistically? Can they get onto? Can Bournemouth realistically hold onto Semeyo if the Giants come calling? We've seen Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool all cycling around the Ghana international
Yeah, I think that Bournemouth will find it difficult
to keep him.
to keep him. And why I think so is that they couldn't hold Dean Hudson.
Yeah,
They
to
couldn't
Real
hold
Madrid.
this other Zach that went to PSG.
Yeah.
Losing your two key centre backs, and they couldn't hold them down because when the right money came, if the right money comes for Semenyo, I don't think they will be able.
Even this guy who made the move to Brentford, is it what's it called, the Burkina Faso winger?
Winger, yeah.
Also make the move to Brentford. But yes, looking at still on Semeyo, is it looking more like a hype or just a season wonder?
No, I think he has been consistent since last season, and
Yeah.
he has continued when he started. If you see the attitude, you will know
Top
that
notch.
he's one hell of a player. But I don't now know if he will budge under pressure, because it's one thing to be talented, it's another thing to perform under intense pressure.
Okay, and moving forward, and speaking of stars leading their teams, one man stands at the heart of Arsenal title charge. His name is Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is having a stellar campaign with Arsenal, decisive goals, relentless pressing, and maturity beyond his years. Arsenal haven't looked this ready to win the league in 2 decades. Wow. As Bukayo Saka officially become the face of Arsenal's new era.
You know, one thing about Arsenal is that those squad they've grown, and one of the guys that grew up with them is also Bukayo Saka. We saw him start as a defender, evolve
A
to
left
become
back.
a striker, an
A
attacker.
winger.
A
Yeah, we
winger.
also signed with Gareth Bale at
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur. Started as a
So
left back
even Didier
and
Drogba,
just went out to be an explosive winger.
So it happens like that in football, and he has grown to be. He can be that face of Arsenal that can lead the line, and I think that he's already even the face. Yeah, because who would going forward?
Yeah, whenever you talk about
I
Arsenal,
think
Bukayo
going
Saka
forward
has
is
to be the name.
Saka as the big number
Okay.
one.
Okay, how has Arteta managed to protect and develop Bukayo Saka so effectively?
I think that you have to give Arteta a whole lot of praise. Because he has done a lot of coaching in that team. When he joined that team, Gabriel was not this Gabriel. We can begin to. Saka was not this Saka. Martinelli was not this Martinelli. He has done a lot of coaching on those guys and added some few talent. And I think that you have to give Arteta a lot of
Do they have what it takes to win the league, finally win the league
Yeah,
this season?
I think if Arsenal does not win the league this season, Arteta should be gone.
Okay, and lastly on Arsenal, could fatigue or over-reliance on Bukayo Saka derail Arsenal title ambition later this season?
I don't think so, because they are not over-relying on Saka any longer. That was the story of last season. The story of this season is different. They brought in Madueke because of Saka.
Yeah, but he's also out injured.
And Eze is there, he can deputize. There's also
The young Max Lowan
They
also is
didn't let Trossard also go. So it's like, I think that their biggest signing, Arsenal this season, has to be that sport director, Berta, because he's looked at that squad and he has really, really brought in guys that they need, not just numbers. And Gabriel Jesus is still heart injured, and he can be a plus on the wings. It doesn't have to be number 9 for Arsenal. So the squad is rich enough.
Yeah, if there's one thing you can actually give it to Arsenal this season, it has to be the squad depth. It's really insane right there at the Emirates. We hope to see them this weekend, probably win or lose one game this season. Okay, straight up, 3 wins in October, 0 goals conceded, and Ruben Amorim has been shortlisted for manager of the month. United identity looks restored with its present system and squad harmony improving weekly. What has been the key tactical shift since Ruben Amorim arrival?
I don't think it's about arrival. It's about now. Because he has been playing high pressing and has been losing a lot of games. He has come under a lot of fire, the heat and all. Well, look at it now. I think there's a mental shift from the players, and I think that now they are beginning to believe. They know that. See, it's one thing to say that there's an escape route. It's one thing to say that there's no other way out. You just have to do what you have to do, and I think that that's where Manchester United players are. They've now reserved their mind and say, okay, let us do this, and they are putting their mind into it. Yes.
Okay, next, are Manchester United genuinely turning a corner, or this is just a good run of form for them?
It's too early to say they are turning a corner. Before you can talk about Manchester United, maybe they've improved. It has to be the end of the season.
Wow, so we have to wait till the end
They've
of the
really
season.
gone into the well very deep. It's how deep you have gone that will determine how fast we say that we are coming out of it. And I think that you just have to give them time.
Okay, yes, and you just have to give Manchester United time to grow and come in better. Probably they can also get their hands on the big years. I'm talking about the Premier League title come end of the season. The season's still fresh. We're just going into match day 10, and everything is still open for every team who wants to win the league. And lastly, on Manchester United, and realistically lead United back into title contention this season, next season also.
I think that will be determined by the way they finish this season, because it's about building up per transfer window. When you play a little bit, you go and get what you need. Because now football, you can't really get everything at once because of FFP, so you cannot afford to be careless. So when you build to some extent, then you improve the squad. You keep improving till you get there.
Okay, meanwhile, Arsenal next test could come from an unlikely challenger this weekend. Burnley young fullbacks who are really turning the heads straight at just 22. Burnley's Queen Deshi Atman already asked for assist this season. His fearless run and composure on the ball could cause a lot of trouble for Arsenal. Otherwise, perfect system. How big of a test is this matchup for Arsenal this weekend?
Yeah, I think that is not really big of a challenge for them. Crystal Palace was a tougher opponent. I think they should. If you want to win the league, you should be at least
defeating teams like Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley. Even if you have to fight for it.
Okay. Could Atma be Burnley's breakout player of this year?
I think.
Don't forget it. They also have this South Africa striker, if I'm not mistaken, in that team.
In their team. I think that we'll still have to look at it in time, because
they also have what's it called, Ugochukwu, in the middle of the park.
In the middle of the park, who is doing very well for them also. So I think that this season, let time test it and we'll see over time.
Okay, and lastly on Burnley, how the smaller clubs like Burnley nurture talents that big teams really overlooked. Okay, moving straight on. Speaking of rising star, another young gem is emerging quietly down at Brighton. 18 years old, Karalumpos Costolas, who scored his first senior goal against Manchester United. Brighton's track record with youth development continues, and this might be their next big exports. Yes, why does Brighton keep producing elite young talents year in after and year in year out?
Yeah, it's about what what is team, their mission statement, what they are all about, how they've set up that club to be is about making money. It's about
Mhm.
so I think their recruitment team will be top
Yeah, I saw
notch.
the young man against what's it called, Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. A fantastic player on his day. Could he follow in the footsteps of players like Mitoma or Caicedo or the likes of Baleba?
I think you can. If there's one environment for you to thrive, it is Brighton, one of them in the league, and to see that the pressure is not as much, so they can actually grow.
Okay, and finally, at the top of the table, as the top of the table tightens, one massive question remains: can Manchester City or Liverpool catch Arsenal? Manchester City and Liverpool have both some slipped, leaving Arsenal in control. Injuries, forms, and fatigue have played a part, but history tells us neither Pep nor the Liverpool manager Arne Slot are done yet this season. City and the Liverpool struggles Cities and Liverpool struggles temporarily, although they sign deeper issues.
I think that the issue with Liverpool is not really recruiting defensively enough. They can't
I
rely
think
on
they spent a lot on attacking players.
attacking players, forgetting their defense.
Arnold left, they never really replaced Arnold in
Yeah,
defense.
I think they replaced him with Frimpong, but Frimpong
All
has
is
not
out
really,
injured.
yeah, injuries, and
Good day, viewers. Welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center, your favorite sport channel on YouTube and Facebook, and you're welcome to our Watch Along show. And it's the match between Sunderland taking on Arsenal. That's a feature match tonight. Earlier on today, some matches have went down also, but later on we'll bring you update or score lines from those games. But Sunderland, who are flying high on the table, taking on Arsenal, the table topper. So it promises to be an exciting one, and we expect a firework. And there's going to be some reunion between both club, because we have the former Arsenal player talking about Granit Xhaka, who left Arsenal to join Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga and winning an invincible trophy there in the German Bundesliga, returning back to Premier League, England rather, and joining Sunderland. And right now is the captain of Sunderland. So let's see how he faces former team. And Arsenal also looking very solid. In recent weeks, they've been unbeaten in the last 8 games, and they've kept 8 consecutive clean sheets in the league across all competition. Can they go one step further by securing the 9th clean sheet of the 9th consecutive clean sheet? Only time will tell. But let's quickly bring you up to date with the lineup for both teams, because for Sunderland, they are playing a back 5, and in goal for Sunderland is Roof, who has been excellent this season, and you have Mandava, Gruda, Ballard, Mukili, and at the back, while Leafy, Sadiki, Granit Xhaka, Traore in the midfield alongside Isidore, who leads the line for Sunderland, while Arsenal played a usual 4-3-3 formation. In goal is David Raya, while the 4-man defense rather is Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Ricardo Califori. In the midfield, you have Iberichi Eze, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, while the 3-man up front is Leandro Trossard, Mika Moreno, and Bukayo Saka. What's his name again? Victor Gyökeres tonight for Arsenal. So Arsenal will be without his service. Also, no Gabriel Martinelli, who is out injured also. Let's see how Arsenal deal with this situation whereby they don't have some of their top players. But Arsenal will be playing from left to right, while Sunderland will be playing from right to left. And the game is about to kick off any moment from now, and it has already kicked off with Sunderland taking the first kick of the game and sending it straight back to the goalkeeper, who sent a long one into the half of Arsenal there. But headed, Sunderland stay in possession. Still Sunderland trying to have a feel of the ball and send it straight back to the goalkeeper. Still with Sunderland holding on to possession and doing it neatly. They are inside their own half. Bukayo Saka charging and trying to see if he can, win possession for Arsenal. But the Sunderland defender is talking about Gruder will send it back to the goalkeeper. Still with Sunderland now, send it a long one now, try to send it into the half of Arsenal, but that will roll out for a throwing, and that should be a throwing to Arsenal. You could see the Sunderland manager being, on the spotlight, the camera showing him, and throwing quickly, taking California, send it to Gabriel, who finds Raya under pressure. Raya send it out for a throwing, and it will be a throwing now to Sunderland. So viewers, you can join us by sending your thoughts in the comment section. Let us know your predictions for this game. Let us know if you think Sunderland or Arsenal will win, and probably who will be the first team to get the goal in this game, and your scoreline. And let's see if Arsenal, who have not conceded a goal in the last 8 games, can they keep another clean sheet. But at the moment, the referee is I think the linesman is having issue with his flag, and the referee is helping him to get another one. So it's going to be replaced now before play continue. So earlier on today, we told you that games went down, and the first game was a big one. Tottenham taking on Manchester United. It ended 2-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, while Everton continued their brilliant form this season by defeating Fulham by 2-0, and West Ham, who have been in the drop zone for the past couple of months now, finally, though they are not out yet, but they defeated Burnley by 3-2. They came from behind to win that one and play restart again with Sunderland still battling it out there with Jurgen Timber trying to block down, and still with Timber now, who wants ball back, and I think that should be a throw-in, and it should be a throw-in to Sunderland in a very, very promising position for Sunderland. So, and also today late kickoff, we see Chelsea will be taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers at the bridge, and also there will be games coming on tomorrow also, but we'll do it to bring you that. In the meantime, Sunderland have a throw-in now, and it's going to be a long one, and he sent it straight into the balls of Arsenal, headed out there, and Arsenal win possession now. Can Arsenal turn defense into attack? Still with Arsenal, but Declan Rice, but Sunderland quickly, coming and closing down the Arsenal players down and making it difficult for Arsenal. Now Gabriel Saliba finds Timber finds Bukayo Saka, who is the captain. He turns and finds Mikel Merino, the striker for today's game. So the makeshift striker rather. And the last game he played against, that was in the Champions League, he got 2 goals that day. And let's see if he can replicate the form he was on that day today for Arsenal. So trying to Arsenal. Jurgen Timber will stand on this one now. We take Rich Rada and send it straight to make Merino. We'll take a touch, but the ball was blocked, and it will be out for another trying to Arsenal this time. Very, very close to the Sunderland boss there, and it's going to be a long throw-in for Arsenal also, because Ricardo Califiori Declan Rice rather. We take this one for Arsenal. Can Arsenal quickly capitalize, take advantage of this set piece now? So Declan Rice send a long one into the post of Sunderland there, ball in possession back to Declan Rice, who send a low one into the box there, but quickly caught up by Sunderland, who wins back possession. We send it back to his teammate, and finally they cleared it out, and still Sunderland with possession now, and try to send a counter attack, but David Raya will stop that one, and he quickly release it for Leandro Trossard. So still with Arsenal, send it into the midfield to find Martin Zubimendi, who still with the ball, and send it to Declan Rice now. William Saliba rather, and he sent a long one, tries to find Leandro Trossard, who brings that one down neatly, still with Arsenal now. Iberichi is now on the ball now, Watchalong do one-on-one, still drop it back for Leandro Trossard, and he sent a cross into the box, headed out there, and another clearance there. And finally, Sunderland get it away, but Arsenal still with possession. But I think the whistle have gone for a foul inside the box of Sunderland there. And there's an Arsenal player down there. I think there was a head collision there. We'll have to look at the replay again. Oh, was that an elbow there? It looks like there was an elbow because there was no head contact. I think that was an elbow. But let's see what the referee will do about that one, because Mikel Merino, and I think Sunderland, Ballard was the one who he actually got the ball, had the ball away, but his elbow was high to me. But let's see. And I think the Arsenal player will be needing the medical team, because it's done. You can see, I think he's in pain. But that was a very, very dangerous play there. Arsenal fans, we don't want to see another player, go out for injury at this moment, because Arsenal have about 6-7 players out injured now at the moment. And one good thing for Arsenal is that after today's game, it's going to be international break, so we have about 2 weeks to rest and bring those players that are out injured. I mean, hopefully those players out injured will be back. And I think that was an elbow that should have been looked out by the referee. So Mikel Merino still being attended to. But to me, I don't know why VAR was not even looking at that one, because that was a very dangerous play there. And if it were to be outside the box, I think the referee would have blown for a foul and probably issue a yellow card to Ballard there than Ballard. But at this moment now, they are not even talking about Ballard being committing any foul there. But that was a very, very terrible, or bad play from Ballard there. So play still yet to resume. So tomorrow there will be 5 games or matches to come also tomorrow in the EPL at 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Aston Villa will be taking on Bournemouth, while also 3 p.m. Brentford will host Newcastle United. 3 p.m. also Crystal Palace taking on Brighton and Hove, while the 3 p.m. also Nottingham Forest will be taking on Leeds United. And a big one by 5:30 Nigerian time, Manchester City will be taking on Liverpool. Let's see if Manchester City or Liverpool will be able to get all 3 points. So viewers, you can let us know your thoughts in the comment section. You can share your thoughts with us, and we'll definitely read them out. Let us know your predictions for the game. And it's looking like Arsenal might be forced to make early substitution in this game, because Nwaneri and Max Doma have they've been sent to warm up. Hopefully, Mikel Merino will be able to continue this one, and on his feet now. Hopefully, he'll be able to continue. But I think that, but to me, I think the referee or the VAR should have looked into that one for a possible dangerous foul there, because that was an elbow there, and that could have sent them out for a very long time. So the referee will drop ball. It will be a drop ball. So the referee drops the ball for Arsenal, with Zubimendi taking the touch and sending it back to Saliba, who sent it to Gabriel. So back with William Saliba now, who finds it easy. Zubimendi rather now finds Gabriel. So he still has now in possession inside their own half there. Send a long one now, trying to find Leandro Troza. But that will roll out for a throw-in, and Mikel Merano is back on the pitch. So throwing to Sunderland. Send it to the midfield, but the referee has stopped the game again for another infringement, and it will be a free kick this time to Sunderland. So trying to Sunderland, and free kick to Sunderland, and the goalkeeper will take a long one now. You can see almost all the Sunderland players are inside the half of Arsenal there, and cleared out there, and the whistle have gone again. So it will be another offside rather. So offside against Sunderland. So it's David Raya's turn now to take a kick. So player restart now with David Raya sending it a short one to William Saliba. We send it back to David Raya. Finds Zubimendi now. Drops it for Gabriel. We send a long one into the midfield there, and Sunderland almost winning possession there, but loses straight, and here comes Bukayo Saka now. Send it back to Declan Rice, who goes back to find. Still with Arsenal, Iberichi is in now, but I think that would be a loose pass, and send it straight to the goalkeeper of Sunderland. And that was a slip by the Sunderland player there, but good recovery from him there to win the ball back to avoid Arsenal taking advantage of that. But that was a dangerous bad pass there. Still Arsenal now with Bukayo Saka inside the box, and the cross and headed out there. Still with Arsenal, who wins back possession. Timber now finds Bukayo Saka. Still with Bukayo Saka, send it back to Timber. Saliba finds Gabriel. Ricardo Califori back to Gabriel. Saliba finds Zubimendi, drops it for still Arsenal now with Leandro Trossard there. Send a cross into the box and headed out by Sunderland, still with Arsenal. I think that should be a free kick now. I think that would be another free kick, and a free kick against Sunderland there. Oh, that was a late one there from the Sunderland player who, kicked Gabriel there. So it will be a free kick to Arsenal in a very, very, promising position for Arsenal. Isidore making, complaining that should have been a free kick, but the referee says no, that's a free kick there. And the goalkeeper, Roofs, organizing his war. Can Arsenal open the scoring from this one? You have about 3 players standing on this one. Declan Rice and Iberichi Eze. Either one of them would definitely be the candidate to take this one, while Gabriel also standing there, but we expect him to move away from that one. So let's see if Arsenal can break the deadlock with this now. And it looks like Declan Rice will be the one to take this one, because both Iberichi Eze and Gabriel have moved away. So free kick to Arsenal. Can Declan Rice recreate the night against Madrid here at the Stadium of Light? And he's taking a long one, parried out by the goalkeeper. That was a very, very good free kick from Declan Rice, and the Sunderland goalkeeper, was there to make sure he stopped that one, he punched it away. So it will be a throw into Arsenal. And Declan Rice about to send another long one into the box of Sunderland. And he sent it into the box there. And ball still in possession, but headed out again, and it will be another throwing to Arsenal. This time, Uren Timber will take this one. So he's trying quickly taking out. The ball is being sent back to David Raya. We'll send another long one now. Trying to find Timber and headed out again for a throwing, and to be throwing to us now. You see Arteta doing the work of the job of the ball boy there, quickly picking up the ball there. So Timber drops it for Bukayo Saka, who tried to run in there, but will be cleared out by Sadiki. So it's going to be a corner kick to Arsenal. So it's an 18-minute played already. It's still goalless at the Stadium of Light, and Arsenal will be taking the first corner kick of this game. Arsenal enjoying possession so far, having also having one shot so far in this game and one shot on target, while Sunderland have had 0. So far, Bukayo Saka will take it short now to find Ibirechi Eze, and he drops it there. That was a shot there, but quickly closed down by Sunderland. I think that should be another throwing to Sunderland, to Arsenal rather. So Califori. Send it back to Gabriel, who finds Saliba. Saliba finds Timber to Bukayo Saka. Quickly turning, and is being brought down there. Free kick to Arsenal. So free kick to Arsenal inside the half of Sunderland. Quickly taken with Timber, taking a short one to find Zubimendi, will quickly return it to him. Still with Arsenal now. Finds Zubimendi to Timber, and he sends a long one, tries to find Bukayo Saka, controls that one neatly, but lose possession. Here comes Sunderland now, inside the half of Arsenal. Will send it back to his his teammate there. Sunderland are back in possession with Sadiki, who finds Dan Ballard. Sunderland still holding on to possession. Send it to their goalkeeper, who clears that one out now and finds his teammate. And I think that one is that a throw? Yeah, that would be a throw-in. Mandava, yeah. Making sure that the last touch comes from Bukayo Saka. So to be a throw-in to Sunderland. Mandava, the former Atletico Madrid defender who joined Sunderland. So still possession still with Sunderland. Send a long one. Califori wins that header, but Sunderland wins back possession. And here they come now inside the box of Arsenal there, and it goes down, but I think the referee says play on. No foul, so Arsenal try to turn possession, still with Declan Rice there. Neatly turned there by Declan Rice, and I think the whistle have gone now. So it will be a train to Arsenal, train quickly taken. So Arsenal now in possession inside their own half. 1-2 from Zubimendi and Declan Rice there. Both players still passing it to each other. Back with Zubimendi, who goes back to William Saliba. Still with Arsenal. Back to Zubimendi. Gradually moving into the half of Sunderland now, but decides to go back again. Still has 9 possession. Trying to see open up the Sunderland defense. Timber now. Iberichi back to Declan Rice. Leandro Trossard. Still with Trossard there. Send it back to Gabriel. Finds Zubimendi. Timber to Bukayo Saka now. Still with Saka, drops it for Timber. And as now we lose possession. That was very defended by Sunderland there. But as now closing them down quickly. But good defending there from Sunderland, were organized at the back there. But give it straight away to Arsenal. But that was another misplaced pass there by Arsenal there. So Sunderland taking short passes inside their own box 18 there. So we've seen a 22-minute played already. It's still goalless at the Stadium of Light there. But Arsenal enjoying possession as it stands now. Let's quickly bring you the stats. But before we do that, Arsenal have back in possession now. Snap practically playing inside the half of Sunderland. Stay Arsenal with the ball with Leandro Trossard there. Send it back and across into the balls there, headed up by Sunderland there. And that was a straight giveaway. Iberichi easy. Almost coiling that one. How did Arsenal not score from that giveaway there from Sunderland there? Terrible defending there. Iberichi easy. Needs to do better from there. Though it was on his weaker foot. But couldn't make Sunderland pay for that mistake there. So it will be a goal kick to Sunderland. And the goalkeeper will send a long one. And possession in contention with Sunderland still with wing-back possession. And yet it come now trying to create their own attack. But they send it back into their own half again. Still with Sunderland. But keeps sending the ball back into their own half. Dan Ballard finds Gruka, who finds Mukele. Back to Jetruda. Send it back to Ballard. Ballard finds Roof, who sent a long one now. And Timber, we head down and down. So I think the whistle have gone. Is that for a foul? Yeah, I think that should be a foul. The referee said that's a foul. Mandava, the culprit there. So free kick to Arsenal. 26 minutes gone already. No go to separate both teams. But let's now give you the start. The ball possession Arsenal having 60% compared to 40 of Sunderland. While total shot 3 from Arsenal, 0 to Sunderland. One shot on target to Arsenal, 0 to Sunderland. One zero big chance from both teams, and one corner kick so far to Arsenal, zero to Sunderland. But here they come, but give it straight to the goalkeeper. Talking about David Raya, who quickly drops it and receives the ball back. Still with David Raya, sending it to Saliba. Saliba sends the ball back to David Raya. And he sends it to Gabriel, who sends a long one now. And Sunderland lose possession now. Here comes Arsenal now. Can they turn this? Still with Arsenal. Timber. And the referee says that would be a free kick to Sunderland. Foul committed by Timber on Leafy, who went down there, and I think that was a terrible one, or a painful one there. And the Arsenal player, Timber, will be very lucky to escape booking there. So free kick to Sunderland, but you could see the Arsenal manager not agreeing with that refereeing decision there. So free kick to Sunderland inside their own half, and the goalkeeper, talking about Roofs, we take this one. So the goalkeeper sent a long one now, and Arsenal we clear that one. But inside the midfield there. Possession in contention. Still Sunderland now. Wow. There was a good opportunity for Sunderland there. Isidore. But I think the whistle have gone because there's a player down again. I think there's been too many stoppages in this game. So the player is still down. And the players are using the opportunity to take a water break, and we've seen half an hour of football played already. And I think there's also an Arsenal player down also. So we've seen half an hour of football played already. So, but no goal to report so far. But Arsenal dominating the stats, apart from the goals that have not been scored. So Arteta taking advantage of the break, the medical break, to dish out instructions to his players. Still goalless, and I think it will be at the end of the first half. We'll be having probably up to at least 5 minutes of additional time in this game, because there's been too many stoppages, and this time Uren Timber is the one being attended to. So they play. I think Timber is feeling the heat. He came off worst from that collision there, which I think that should be Enzo Lefi there. And Timber is being bandaged on the head right now. Also, there are games also currently going on across other centers in Europe. In France, we have Le Havre taking on Nantes. 3 minutes still goalless. While in the German Bundesliga, Borussia Mönchengladbach taking on FC Köln. It's still goalless also 33 minutes. While in Italy, Juventus taking on Torino. Still goalless at halftime. While in the Dutch Eredivisie, it's Volendam taking on NEC Breda. Goalless 19 minutes. While in the La Liga, it's the Atletico Madrid who's Levante. Both teams still playing out a 1-1 at the moment. It's 33 minutes already. So play will resume with David Raya sending a long one now into the half of Sunderland, and that will roll out for a throw-in. Leandro Trossard couldn't bring that one down, but Sunderland quickly takes the throw-in now. So Sunderland and lose possession now. Arsenal are back in possession. And the referee says play on there. Sunderland attacking now with Sadiki, who drops it for Lefi, sends it back to Granit Xhaka, and it cross into the balls there. Arsenal wins possession back now. And I think the whistle have gone there. That should be a foul. Granit Xhaka with that should be Mikel Merino there. So we see from the replay there, I think that was oh. So play resume now with a free kick to Arsenal. David Raya send the long one now. But Sunderland will clear down hard. And possession back to Arsenal. So Arsenal back in possession. Mikel Merino finds Timber to Bukayo Saka now. Running inside into the balls there. Could it be the fourth goal for Arsenal? See with Saka! Oh! There was no power from on that ball. So the Sunderland goalkeeper making that one, an easy save there. But here comes Arsenal now with Leandro Trossard now running down the right hand side. Still with Arsenal. But that was a block there, and Sunderland will win possession back. But Arsenal winning back the ball again. Back to Timber, who finds Bukayo Saka one-on-one with Mandava. Send it back to Timber. And the player goes down again, but this time the referee said no foul. And this time we'll be seeing the first yellow card of the game. It will be shown to Zubi Mendy. The referee says that's a booking there because he actually had the Sunderland player back there. Oh. Wow. He won the ball, but I don't know how that was a yellow card to Zubimendi there. So free kick to Sunderland. And I think it looks very promising for Sunderland, because it looks like and here they come and say go! Sunderland scoring from that set piece there. And Dan Ballard, the central defender, opening the scoring for Sunderland. They've done what a lot of teams have not been able to do. Arsenal, finally, they've conceded. After going 8 games without conceding. And they concede from another set play. But that was a very good goal there from Dan Ballard, the central defender there, who find himself unmarked there. Declan Rice couldn't, meet up, and also Gabriel trying to block that one, but couldn't. And even David Raya was helpless there. So it's Sunderland who have opened the scoring. Let's see how Arsenal will respond to this now. So finally, after 8 games, Arsenal have conceded, and it's Sunderland and it's Dan Ballard who have joined Erling Haaland, Nick Waterman, and I think there's one other player also. So play restart now with Arsenal now. So it's 37 minutes or gone now. It's Sunderland who lead Arsenal at the Stadium of Light. So Arsenal are back in possession. Sunderland scoring from their first shot on target in this game. And you can see a lot of Sunderland players back deep inside their own half. So Eberechi is now finds Timber, who cuts back, still with him, send it back to Eberechi. Or Kalidu, still with Eberechi, turn, send it to Gabriel now, still with Arsenal, trying to find the equalizer. Arsenal still in possession. You can see all the 11 players of Sunderland are back inside their own half there. Still Arsenal now finds Timber, back to Eberechi. Try to find Timber, but Sodiki cutting down out. So trying to Arsenal, quickly taken. Saliba finds Zubimendi. Sunderland defending this one with all the players back at the edge of the box there. Still Arsenal now. Can they create something from this? Still Arsenal finds Leandro Trossard, drops it for Gabriel. Back with Eberechi, sends it to Bukayo Saka, try to cross it, but that will be a blocking there, so it's going to be a throw-in to Arsenal. Mandava blocking that one. 40 minutes gone already. Still Sunderland, who leads the table topper by a lone goal. Dan Ballard opening the scoring for Sunderland, so train quickly taken. Arsenal still with possession with Zubimendi. Finds Leandro Trossard. Has to play out to beat and send it back and cross into the boys there, but headed out there. So it's going to be another throw-in. Granit Xhaka clearing that one. Sending it out for a throw-in. So it's going to be a long throw now from Ricardo Califori. Can Arsenal get a goal from this set piece? I mean, this throwing, and he sent a long one headed out there by Sunderland, but Arsenal still with possession. Still Arsenal. And I think the whistle have gone for a foul there, so it's going to be a foul, free kick to Sunderland. Dan Ballard, who has been the highest rated player so far in this game with 8.4. Doing very well there. You could see Sunderland winning the first ball. In fact, they won the ball twice before. Dan Ballard heading it straight to, I think that was Sadiki, Traore rather, before, he now received the ball back and put down beyond the Arsenal goalkeeper. They're talking about David Raya. So Arsenal now with possession now. Leandro Trossard battling for that one and wins possession. Still Arsenal with possession. It was Mukele who actually, got the assist to Dambala. So free kick this time to Sunderland, and I think at this moment Sunderland they've been hyped up, and you could see them winning all the loose balls. 42 minutes played already. Sunderland will still lead Arsenal by 1-0. So very quickly taking a long one. And Arsenal will clear that one out and send it straight to Bukayo Saka. But the Sunderland defender, Mandava, will guide that one out. So it's going to be a throw-in to Sunderland. So throwing quickly taking an Arsenal wins back possession. And the ball is still out. But the Sunderland goalkeeper will pick that one up. Can Sunderland take all 3 points in this game? Only time with us. Back to the goalkeeper of Sunderland. So Sunderland now enjoying possession inside their own box there. And the goalkeeper will send down out, so it's going to be a throw-in to Arsenal. 43 minutes played already. It's still Sunderland who leads. Other centers in Europe, in France, it's 15 minutes. Nantes lead Le Havre away from home by a lone goal. While 45 minutes plus 1 minute already in the German Bundesliga, and at the moment, Borussia Mönchengladbach has been awarded a penalty against Cologne. While Juventus 55 minutes is still goalless against Torino. In the Dutch Eredivisie, it's 31 minutes goalless. Velodan versus NSC Breda. 45 minutes in Spain, Atletico Madrid still playing 1-1 against Levante. So Arsenal now back in possession. You could see all the Sunderland players back doing the defending. Bukayo Saka send it back to William Saliba, who finds Eberechi Eze. Eze to Gabriel. Finds Leandro Trossard, who has been having a tough game so far. What can he do here? He has two players to beat there. But still with Leandro Trossard, but couldn't keep that one. I think that would be a throw-in to Sunderland. I think Leandro Trossard has been very, very poor in this game, honestly. Sunderland about to take a half-time lead. Already they're leading. Can they take the lead into the break? So trying to Sunderland. Send a long one, but Arsenal will win back possession. And the fourth official have added 9 minutes of additional time. And I said it earlier on that we are going to have a long stoppage time. And here comes Arsenal now with a Berechi easy. I think the whistle have gone. And another yellow card is being shown now. This time to a Sunderland player. We just have to confirm the culprit, and I think it will be Granit Xhaka. Yeah. Berechi is dispossessing him there. And he held him back there, so that would be yellow card to Granit Xhaka. So yellow card to Granit Xhaka, the former Arsenal player. So free kick to Arsenal now. Declan Rice standing on this one. Can Arsenal find equalizer from this one? Send it into the balls there. Still with Arsenal. Arsenal still with possession. Bukayo Saka beats the Sunderland player there, but eventually going out for a throw-in there. So it will be throw-in to Bukayo Arsenal rather, and throw-in quickly taken. Send it back to Declan Rice. We send the cross into the balls there. But that was a misplaced header there. But Arsenal we win back possession again. And another cross. And this time headed down. And I think the whistle have gone. Or there was no whistle there. William Saliba sending down out from a close range there. That could have been the equalizer there for Arsenal, but William Saliba couldn't keep that one down. But you could see the Sunderland players complaining to the referee. Oh my goodness. Saliba couldn't bring that one down. So the Borussia Mönchengladbach converting from that penalty kick they were awarded. And it's half-time there already. So it's Mönchengladbach will lead Cologne by a lone goal. So another free kick to Arsenal. So Arsenal now back in possession. And Sunderland defending with almost the whole entire player. Zubimendi finds William Saliba. Back to Declan Rice now. Finds Leandro Trossard, who to me hasn't really impressed in this half. And another cross into the balls there. Headed out there by Sunderland, and Saka will recover down for Arsenal. Back with Arsenal again. Zubimendi finds Declan Rice. Still with Arsenal. Back to Leandro Trossard. Still Leandro Trossard. You can see the all Sunderland player back doing the defending. Timber now. Send it back to William Saliba, who finds Gabriel. Still with Gabriel. Send it to Califori. Send the cross, but that was blocked by Traore there. So it will be a throw-in to Arsenal. And the referee has stopped the game. I think we have two balls on the pitch there. So the train has been retaken. So Arsenal are back in possession. Saliba now finds Zubimendi. Back to Saliba. Bukayo Saka now finds Timber, who finds Berechi Eze. Still with Berechi Eze, finds Timber, drops it for Berechi Eze, try to run it, and he beats it. Could it go for us now? But that was still, oh my goodness. Wow. That was good play from Eberichi Eze, but the final pass there. So Arsenal now back in possession. Can Arsenal get the equalizer in this first half? Send a cross into the box there, headed out, and Arsenal still win back possession. I think the whistle have gone again. So it's going to be a free kick this time to Sunderland. Ricardo Califori, the culprit there. Wow. I don't... so Sunderland will still lead at Arsenal inside the additional time. And we've seen 6 minutes already played inside the additional time. Free kick quickly taken for Sunderland. Arsenal wins back possession with Timber. We send it to David Raya, and he take a long one now. Tries to find Mika Moreno, who wins that one down neatly, but couldn't find Eberichi Eze. So Dan Ballard in possession for Sunderland now. And here they come again now. But this time, they choose to go back. So Sunderland still in possession now inside the half of Arsenal. Can they make it through now? Sadiki sent a cross into the box there and headed out there, and that should be the first corner kick for Sunderland. So it's going to be corner kick to Sunderland. Can they punish Arsenal once again from another set piece? Arsenal who have profited a lot from set play this season, but at the moment they've been undone by one set piece from Sunderland, and another one is about to be taken now, and it's Granit Xhaka who will take this one. Can they punish Arsenal further? And quickly taking there, but headed out there. So Sunderland still in possession. Send another cross, and here comes Sunderland again. Wow. Sunderland almost making it through. Mukele look on mark there, but couldn't beat David Raya from that angle there. So play restart now. Any moment from now, we'll be seeing the halftime whistle in this game. So Arsenal now back in possession. One last attack from Arsenal. Send it back to Leandro Trossard. Can Arsenal get? And here they come again now with Bukayo Saka. Has two players to beat. Send it to Timber. We send it back to William Saliba, and the referee says he's seen enough. So it's halftime. It's Sunderland who lead Arsenal by 1 goal to goal scored by Dan Ballard, and that was a very good goal from Dan Ballard there. Mukele, the provider in the 36th minute. So it's Sunderland who lead Arsenal. Our viewers, we've seen 45 minutes played already, and it's Sunderland who lead the table topper as it stands now. And they've been able to do what a lot of teams have not been able to do by scoring against Arsenal. Arsenal have kept 8 consecutive clean sheets, but the 9th attempt, they couldn't. And Sunderland opened the scoring in the 36th minute. Can Sunderland sustain this or defend this lead and take all 3 points? That will definitely be a very, very big 3 points for Sunderland if they can keep Arsenal away from coming back in this game. Only time with them. So our viewers, we've seen 45 minutes. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you make up of the first half? Do you think uh, overall, do you think Sunderland deserving the lead? Though it's a deserving lead because it was a good goal, but you look at the stats so far in this game, you see that Arsenal have dominated the stats, but the major stat is the goal, which Sunderland are already leading, or they've scored. From the first shot on target, let's quickly read out the stat before we go for a commercial break. Ball possession, Arsenal 69, Sunderland 31. Total shot 3 to Sunderland, 5 to Arsenal. Shot on target 2 to Arsenal, 1 to Sunderland. One big chance to both teams and one corner kick each to both teams. Yellow card 1 to each team at the moment. And goalkeeper save. The Sunderland goalkeeper have made 2 saves, while David Raya have made 0 save so far. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Arsenal will come back in the second half to take all 3 points, or you think Sunderland will win this one? So we'll see you after the break.
Hello, welcome to Talk Sports, your home for elite of football insights, big match breakdowns, and viral football debates. I'm your host, Adi Abishego, and today I will be diving into a jam-packed show from Arsenal's incredible defensive rush to shocking Premier League's sacking, ownership dramas, and rising stars lightening up Europe. Let's get into it. Starting with the team everybody's talking about right now, Arsenal. They are the toast to everybody. But before going straight into Arsenal, I also have with me in the studio, Yema. All together, I will be doing justice to every sporting news around the world. Yeah, mate, good evening. Welcome to Talk Sports.
Shagun, good evening, viewers. So good to be back.
Yeah, it's always good to be back on Talk Sports. But before we go into the talk about Arsenal, let's start from the home front. We saw the news, the trading news about NFF, and talking about the money, the grants got from FIFA. We saw the shambles of what they call the stadium built in Binikebi, and we saw the site of the one they said it's ongoing in what's it called in Delta. But
Delta,
$1.2 million, is it good? Is it enough to construct a mini stadium in Nigeria?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it should be. It's not a major, it's just a mini stadium. And it's just a testament to the fact that management, you know, how do we manage these things? How do we go about it? This. It's not as if Nigeria's amount is if FIFA. One of the things FIFA does is they actually weigh it. They know how much this thing is a worldwide market. You get these materials. They know how much it costs. They know how much that will be enough to build a mini stadium. And I think extras will also be on it for the 1.2 million.
Okay,
and
looking at what the pictures of the stadium we saw at that Binikebi, do you think that stadium was actually worth $1.2 million?
I don't think
because we saw the former NFF president, Majupini, come out to talk, and say that yes, they got $1.2 million for that stadium as far back as 2020, and the value of $1.2 million, according to him, as at then was merely 400 million naira.
Yeah, as at then, but at the same time, as at 2020, if you get the funds, what did you do between 2020 and 2022? Because the skyrocketing of the dollar, I think it started 2023, 2020 to 2023. So what did you do in those 2 years? Yes, 2020 was a COVID year, 2021, but from 2021, what did you do? It is very important to note that because building a stadium is not rocket science. It's not as if
to FIFA as the complete FIFA standard artificial stadium. Yes, it does. FIFA grants up to NFF. And if there's one in Nigeria,
I'm still waiting for what FIFA will say.
Yeah, I think they said FIFA were okay with it. Was okay. FIFA was actually okay with it because they audited their accounts and they audited the process of building that stadium, and there was no fault in it from FIFA. So
was it the same FIFA that some officials were suspended?
I don't really know about that. But one thing is very certain from Nigerians, all they want is accountability from NFF, and it's also hard for the likes of EFCC to go pick up the NFF president because the NFF has the backing of FIFA.
Yeah.
Once the government bodies are interfering with them, there will surely be an armor coming. So they have to be so very much careful in this situation. But it's one news that is currently trading, and it's one we are really hoping that NFF will come out tomorrow or one day very soon to drop the audit or explain to Nigerians how that stadium in Binikebi actually is actually worth 1.2 million dollars. And don't calculate it with today's naira, calculate it based on 2020 naira, which Amaju Pinnick said was 400 million naira, which he believes that yes, that money was spent, graciously. That's what I'll say. Okay, going straight to a good news, and that has to be Arsenal. They are the most happy set of people around the world right now. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top, having considered just 2 goals since September. Arteta's backline looks impenetrable. The chemistry between Gabriel Saliba and the goalkeeper Raya has made them the most balanced side in the league. They didn't concede any goal in the whole of October. What exactly makes Arsenal defensive system so efficient this season?
I think it's about continuity. When you've seen a backline that played together year in year out, the cohesion will start, the blending will start. You don't really need to think too much before you know where your your pairing defender is. All those things, it comes naturally when you've played over time together. And I think they've gelled together, and to see how David Raya has come in good for them since last season. It's just a marriage made for us now.
Okay, yes, and where they'll be tested has to be during the winter congestion of December. Can their discipline at the back hold them through that winter congestion?
Yeah, I think that winter is always winter. No matter how strong the defense is, it will get to a stage, most likely they will budge, but they should not just budge too much.
Okay, the record they are currently pursuing has to be 13 goals, which was considered the least number of goals considered in a season
by
Chelsea.
15 goals.
15 goals, that was in 2004. Yeah, so that's the season when Chelsea sets that record. Which Premier League team do you think is most capable of finally breaking that Arsenal defensive wall?
Yeah, I think that there are a whole lot of things that can break it. As far as I'm concerned, I think one of them, you agree with me or not, has to be Chelsea. Because one thing that Chelsea is doing this season is they are trying, at least they get a goal. Hardly will you see a game Chelsea has played this season without them
But
scoring.
they concede a lot of goals.
But they concede. But that's what I'm
even
saying.
from
That
set pieces.
to score a goal is not really an issue for them. It's about keeping it tight. And I think the manager for when Liverpool got a goal. And I think that they can still concede more.
Let's see if Arsenal will consider more goals and come this season in the EPL. They've considered just 3 goals in this season, and they're going to beat that record of 15 goals considered by Chelsea. A beat season for Chelsea on that. Also, Mourinho is a benchmark. Another massive storyline just unfolded at Anfield. Straight to it, where Brian Mbeumo stunned Liverpool at Anfield with a decisive strike, and is Manchester United 9 years drought away from Liverpool energy change the game. How significant is this result for Manchester United players in France?
Yeah, their last game against Brighton. And I think that result came good for them. One thing you want to build is consistency. You want to be on a roller coaster, and I think they've set the good foundation for that now. They are now currently they've won 3 on that. Build the confidence of the team, confidence of the team, mentally bring the players back to where they should be, and I can have themselves to congratulate.
Okay, we've seen the criticism on the manager Ruben Amorim, but he has begun getting the results for Manchester United where it matters most. Do you think that patience from the board is actually paying off for them, or is it just having a lineup of easy fixtures for Manchester United?
I think that either it's easy or not. These are some of the fixtures they lost last season. We know what Brighton did to them last season. So I think that is a product of the players gradually gelling. I think that is a product of the players gradually gelling together. I think that they found a way to break through mentally. And one of the examples I can cite is that Liverpool game. A Man U before, once they considered that goal, they feel jittery. And this Manchester United went out and got another goal. Look at against Brighton. Considered two after the third game. When we saw last season, 2 seasons ago, mostly they will be fidgeting and maybe end the game 3-3. They went out and got 4-2. Now that's the mental thing we are talking about. Your belief system. You keep believing, you keep playing for it.
Okay, and there's no talk about Manchester United without talking about the man who is currently in the form of his life, Brian Mbeumo. How can he become a long-time difference maker in United's front line?
Yeah, I think it can be. He's one of those players that you see that they are serious players. They don't joke around. They just want to kill the game off, kill it off. Those kind of Diego Costa attitude in front of goal. Just kill the game off. And look at that last goal against Brighton. That explains it all. He doesn't play around. And I think it will come good for Manchester. The best support cast around him.
Okay, yes, his country, Cameroon, will also be banking on that big man during the FIFA World Cup Africans playoff, which starts on November 13. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be playing against the Gabon team on that day. Later at night on the 13th, Cameroon will also be playing against the DR Congo. So it promises to be another interesting week of football on African soil. Straight away from Manchester United's resurgence to Wolf implosion, the story at Molière for the pitch. Wolverhampton are in turmoil, just 2 points from 9 games, and now an unexpected £400 million takeover bid from John Texel, a move that could reshape the club's future amid the financial instability and relegations of fears currently. Is this takeover a genuine lifeline or just a distraction from Wolves' on-field disasters?
One of the best league in the world to invest is the Premier League, where you get to make money, return on investment, and it is always lucrative to get a club in the Premier League. And when you see clubs, mostly they come for clubs that really having challenge. When Manchester United sold part of the shares, it was when they were actually on the downward trend. So I think that's what is happening to Wolves. So it is business. If the offer is sweet enough for the owners, they can take it.
We saw them against Chelsea. That was a scary game today out
Yeah.
here. I was in the studio and I was almost having my my tongue in my throat on that night. Although I'm not a Chelsea fan, but
We know you are.
emotions just come in sometimes. But still on Wolverhampton. Can a new investor truly fix the cultural and sporting problem on Wolverhampton this season?
I think they can. We've seen investor fix Newcastle, investor fix Chelsea, then investors fix Man City. So it's about how much you are willing to give, and with that kind of
Welcome back, viewers. And the second half is about to restart, and the players are already out from the tunnel. And one final instruction from the technical department of the Sunderland team, giving out the players the final instruction. Let's see if Sunderland can go ahead and win this one. Dan Ballard, the difference so far is go in the 36th minute is what is separating both teams. No changes yet from either team. And Arsenal will be playing from right to left this time, and Sunderland from left to right. Can Arsenal get the equalizer and probably go ahead and win this one, or can Sunderland take all three? So Iberichi Easy will restart play for Arsenal. Send it to David Raya. We send a long one. Now possession in contention. Oh no, ball still in play. So it's Arsenal now trying to and that'll be Andava defending very well there. So trying to Arsenal now. Can Arsenal respond quickly on time in this game? Declan Rice to take this one. It's going to be a long throw-in. They send a long one now. ball is still in possession. And can this be it go? That was a good block there by the Sunderland defense there. And it's going to be Sunderland who still with possession and clear that one out. But give it straight to Arsenal, who win back possession with Timber now sending it back to Saliba. Back to Timber. Finds Easy, who drops it back for Saliba. Finds Califori, who finds Leandro Trossard now. Back to Gabriel. Finds Rice. One touch back to Saliba now. See Arsenal now. In possession with Gabriel. Send it straight to Timber, who controls down neatly. And back to Declan Rice, still moving with the ball. Finds Leandro Trossard. Here comes Arsenal at the edge of the box. Finds Saka. Wakalidu, the Arsenal captain for today. Still back to Timber. We send the cross finally, but that cross will beat everybody. And it's going to be a goal kick to Sunderland. Bukayo Saka almost leveling things up for Arsenal, but good defending there once again from Sunderland to deny Arsenal from that attempt there. So goal kick to Sunderland. The Sunderland goalkeeper will take his time. Finally clears this one and sends it straight into the half of Arsenal. Arsenal wins back possession again, but give it straight away to Sunderland. Here they come again with Sadiki now. Can they make it two? Oh my goodness. Sunderland almost getting another one. But I think that will be a corner kick now to Sunderland. Bukayo Saka frustrated there by Isidore. So it's going to be corner kick to Sunderland. Sunderland, 48 minutes already gone. Sunderland still lead by 1-0 at the Stadium of Light here. Corner kick to Sunderland. And that was a very poor corner kick there from Sunderland, but they win back possession again. Sending it back to the goalkeeper, who takes a short one, but received the ball back. Another short play from the Sunderland goalkeeper. And it loses possession there. That is very, very... Can Arsenal take advantage, but quickly close down there. Leandro Trossard couldn't take advantage. And it goes down. This time, the referee says it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. And play continue there. Can Arsenal get... Oh my goodness. That was a weak shot there from Mikel Merino. I mean, the Spanish talking about Zubimendi there. That was a neat pass from him, but a weak shot there. And the Sunderland goalkeeper grabbing that one very easily. And here comes Sunderland now. Now in possession inside the half of Arsenal there, but send it back. And they almost gift Arsenal a goal. So Dan Ballard now. Still with Sunderland. Finds Traore, who send it back. To find Dan Ballard, who find Gertruda. Back to Dan Ballard, the goal scorer, and send a long one. But give it straight to Arsenal. Califori wins back possession for Arsenal. Send it to Trossard, who finds Gabriel. So Timber now finds Bukayo Saka, who hasn't really, here come Arsenal now with the 1-2 there. Can they be a cross and send the cross, and the ball still not out of play. Another good defending there from Sunderland. And Arsenal Bukayo Saka finds Ricardo Califori to Leandro Trossard. Still Leandro Trossard. Caught back there. And still Arsenal. That's you, my goodness. Another attempt there, but that was wide. Arsenal playing patient football, but couldn't put down. Oh my word. And you can see Mikel Arteta is being frustrated at the moment. So goal kick quickly. So it's send it to David Raya, who send a long one out now. But Dembala will win possession back for Sunderland. And still Sunderland now being chased by Iberichi Ezedi, and the goalkeeper will send a long one out. And Arsenal back in possession again. Can Arsenal get the equalizer? They started brilliantly this half, but so far they've not been able. Here comes Bukayo Saka now. Drops the pass there. And that will go straight to the goalkeeper. Timber. Giving down straight to the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper will start playing now. Sunderland still in possession now. Send it back to the goalkeeper again. Who looks like it. And another terrible play from Sunderland there, who has been dispossessed. And could this be the goal for Arsenal? And that's a goal. Arsenal. Oh my goodness. Bukayo Saka. 1-1. It's Bukayo Saka who opens scoring for Arsenal. And another terrible play from Sunderland there. Enzo Life gave on the ball straight away. In the first half, they did that about 2 times and they were not punished. And also the second half, I think this is the second time. And this time, they've been punished. And it's Bukayo Saka who gets the goal there. Who are back now. Level. Can they go ahead and win this one now? The goalkeeper couldn't stop Bukayo Saka there. Declan Rice winning that one neatly, and Mikel Merino finding Bukayo Saka. And it's Arsenal who have found the back of the net. So 1-1 game on now, and here they come again. Arsenal, can they get another goal? But quickly dispossess there and send it to the goalkeeper there. Who send a long one now. Arsenal heading down back again, and winning back possession again with Declan Rice there. Send it to Califori. So Arsenal now back in possession. Can Arsenal go ahead and get the second goal? Leandro Trossard. Arsenal still with possession now with Califori. We send it down. That's another neat pass there, but dispossessed there and cleared out. It's going to be another throw into Arsenal there. Arsenal couldn't take advantage from that play there. So throw into Arsenal. Timber finding himself in a very but Arsenal now back with Bukayo Saka again. Can they get the second goal? $55 minutes already play. It's 1-1. apiece now. And in the German Bundesliga, it's Mönchengladbach who are running riot now against FC Cologne because they've made it 3 now. So it's 90 minutes plus 3. Juventus still playing, but Riccardo Calafori couldn't keep down. So it's going to be, I think that should be a corner kick. Or is it going to be a goal kick? Just have to confirm again. And look at it from the replay. Bukayo Saka there, beating the goalkeeper from his near post there. So can Arsenal take all 3 points in this one? Yeah, Arsenal attacking again. Bukayo Saka on the ball again. Send it back to Timber, who finds Gabriel to Saliba rather, and Leandro Trossard on the now. Send it ball there. Could this be the second goal? Oh my goodness! Zubimendi again. Almost, but oh my goodness. Zubimendi coming close to giving Arsenal the lead in this game. And Arsenal have upped the game in the second half. They put the pressure on Sunderland. And you could see the Sunderland manager not feeling comfortable with what he's seeing at the moment. So I'll go quick taking now. So Sunderland are back in possession, and we still with Sunderland, and that will roll out for a train. I think that should be a train to Sunderland. And in Spain, Atletico Madrid have made it 2-1. 65 minutes already. So it's Atletico Madrid will lead by 2-1, and it's Antoine Griezmann who will give them the lead back. So Arsenal now back in possession. Playing a tricky ball inside their own halves to find David Ryan, who finds Gabriel, who sent a long one out now. Mikel Merino contesting that one and winning possession back. It's Declan Rice now. Arsenal now advancing with Bukayo Saka. Still with Bukayo Saka. Cuts back now. Goes down. But the referee says play on. Still with Arsenal. And Iberichi now. Finds Leandro Trossard. Still with Leandro Trossard. Running inside the box of Sunderland rather. But cleared out there for a train. So it's going to be a train to Arsenal. Riccardo Calafori to take this one for Arsenal. Send it to Gabriel, who finds William Saliba. Finds Zubimendi. Declan Rice now. Finds Leandro Trossard. Back to Declan Rice. Still Declan Rice charging inside the box there. And still with Arsenal now. Can this be the second goal? Oh my goodness. Arsenal trying to score perfect goal. But Sunderland still having almost all their players back doing the defending, and another pass there, but to nobody. Sunderland under pressure to clear this one out. And Arsenal wins back possession again. Still Arsenal. And try to take a shot now. Could this be the goal? My goodness. Iberichi Eze eating that one, but the goalkeeper of Sunderland making that one look easy. And in Italy, the game between Juventus and Torino have come to an end. So it's goalless 90 minutes. Inside the half of Arsenal. We've seen 1 hour of football played already. It's 1-1 apiece now. So let's see. Sunderland are in possession inside their own half now. Tries to find gradually they move it upward now. Still with Sunderland. Sadiki and Sunderland now at the edge of the box of Arsenal. Can they take this shot? And it's still Sunderland. Oh my goodness. Having a rare opportunity at goal in this second half, but couldn't take advantage of that good build-up play there. And Arsenal cleared down hard, and Sunderland are back in possession. So it's Sunderland now who are in possession inside their own half, and they send a long one outfield. And Arsenal with Saliba down and send that one back into the midfield there. So Arsenal win back possession now. Can Arsenal turn our defense into attack now? Leandro Trossard beat down nicely, but the Sunderland players quickly coming back to cover, and another opportunity there, but cleared out there. And ball still in play. Yeah, ball still in play. Finally, it's been cleared out, and it's going to be a throw-in, and Sunderland are preparing a triple substitution. Sunderland are about to throw in three players at the goal. So, Isidore has been withdrawn. Wow. Brian Bobby, the former Ajax striker, has been introduced also. Coming on is Adingra, the Ivorian. Coming on also. Just have to confirm. So it's Brian Bobby who came on for Isidore. So you just have to confirm who came on for Simon Adingra. But in the meantime, Arsenal are back in possession again. Arsenal still in possession. Inside the half of Sunderland there. So Adingra coming on for Leafy, while Tabi coming on for Traore. So let's see how the substitution will impact this game for Sunderland. But Arsenal now attacking again with Leandro Trossard down the left-hand side there. What's he gonna do? And still Arsenal. Send it straight to Bukayo Saka, who send a cross into the box there, and the goalkeeper Paris and still with Arsenal in the woodwork. And oh my goodness, Arsenal, Zubimendi again. Wow. Oh my word, Zubimendi eating the woodwork there. Possession back to with Arsenal again. Still Arsenal. Looking like they want to get the next goal. Leandro Trossard now. Back to Gabriel. Who finds out Saliba. Saliba to Bukayo Saka. Still with Bukayo Saka, and he goes down. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Mandava protesting his innocence there. But the referee says no, that's a foul. So it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. So can Arsenal punish Sunderland from this set play? Free kick to Arsenal. Declan Rice standing on this one. Can Arsenal make it 2 from this set piece now? And you can see all the Sunderland players back inside the 18 are there to defend this one. So it's going to be Declan Rice to take and he send the cross into the balls there. And oh my goodness, that was good defending there from Sunderland there. And I think the whistle have gone there. So it's going to be a it's going to be a free kick to Sunderland. From the replay again. The goalkeeper actually fumbled that one to me. And you could see Mikel Arteta feeling worried. '67 minutes played already. It's still 1-1. And in France, the game involving Le Havre and Nantes, the second half have commenced. Which Nantes will still lead away from home by a long goal. 76 minutes in Germany. It's Borussia Mönchengladbach will lead FC Cologne by 3 goals to 0. While in the Eredivisie, it's Volendam who have found the equalizer. So it's 1-1 against NAC Breda, while Sittard playing at a goalless draw against Erevan. It's 5 minutes in that one. 75 minutes, Atletico Madrid still leading by 2 goals to 1 against Levante. And now Sunderland will take a long throw now. Send it straight into the box of Arsenal there. Cleared out there by Arsenal. And, but possession back with Sunderland. And Arsenal will win that one back with Mikel Merino. We send it back to Gabriel. We'll send a long one now upfield to find Bukayo. I think there's the whistle have gone again this time. Califori committing a foul there. Arsenal yet to make any substitution in these games. And the Sunderland player going down too easily. 68 minutes played already. And Sunderland having another set piece to take now. Can they punish Arsenal again from another set play? So free kick. Granit Xhaka will take this one for Sunderland. And he sent it straight into the box there. Defended well, but the whistle have gone out. So it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Dan Ballard trying to use his body there. David Raya sending this one, but sending it out, I think that should be a foul. And the referee says it's going to be free kick to Sunderland. Who, to me, Sunderland look very comfortable with picking a point in this game. 70 minutes played already. We have less than 20 minutes for Arsenal to find a winner in this one. So free kick to Sunderland. The Sunderland goalkeeper will take this one and send it straight to the and Arsenal back in possession now with Bukayo Saka. And finally clears it off field there. And Arsenal now winning back possession again. And that pass there was too much. And Zubimendi, who has been very, very instrumental in this game. Arsenal And it's down now. So it's going to be free kick. Brian Bobby. Oof. So Arsenal now back in possession. Can Arsenal get the second goal in this game? Still Arsenal with possession. Bukayo Saka beats his man and he goes down. Mandava, and this time we'll be going to the book of the referee. So it's going to be a yellow card to Mandava for bringing down Bukayo Saka there, and he needs to be very careful. Surprisingly, he hasn't been booked since, and that was a very, very bad marking from him. So free kick to Arsenal now. Arsenal having another opportunity to send a lot of bodies into the box of Sunderland. Declan Rice will stand on this one. Gabriel, Mikel Merino, Leandro Trossard, Saliba also, all of them joining the attack. Can Arsenal get the next goal in this game? And they send it straight into the box there. Still at Arsenal back in possession again, and another cross, but this time this possession in contention. And Arsenal winning back possession again with Bukayo Saka. Still with Arsenal. Send it back. What can they do now? And that, oh my goodness! That's a fantastic goal from Arsenal. And it's 2-1. Leandro Trossard, who always find a way to score for Arsenal even when he's not playing well. That was a good goal. Probably goal of the week to me. And Atletico Madrid also have made it 3. So it's Atletico Madrid who leads Levante by 3-1. And Arsenal have turned things around in the second half. It's Arsenal who lead by 2-1. Leandro Trossard. That was a very, very good goal from Leandro Trossard there. Sunderland being punished at home at the moment. Wow. There's nothing the goalkeeper of Sunderland could do to stop that one. So it's Arsenal who lead. 74 minutes played already. By 2-1. Away from home at the Stadium of Light. Finally, Arsenal seeing the light at the end of the Stadium of Light there. So, a relief for Mikel Arteta and his men. And play will start again now. Arsenal now trying to attack again with Iberi Chiese, but still in play. And Iberi Chiese will go down, and I think the whistle have gone. So it's going to be a free kick. That should be a free kick, yeah, to Sunderland. "75 minutes gone." It's Arsenal who still lead by 2-1. And the game involving Velodan and Hennessy Breda are 1 man down now. So free kick to Sunderland. And the goalkeeper will send a long one to the half of Arsenal. Cleared out there, and Arsenal back in possession now with Timber running down the right hand side, drops it into the midfield. It's Arsenal who are still in possession now. Sending it back. So Arsenal back in possession inside their own half there. Send it to Zubimendi. Still Arsenal in possession. Back to William Saliba, who finds Timber. Back to Saliba. Still Arsenal dominating possession inside their own half there. And it's Eberechi now dropping it for Califori, who sent that one out for a throw-in, so it's going to be a throw-in to Sunderland. Zubimendi orchestrating the midfield for Arsenal. So trying taking now Brian Bobby now. Couldn't turn that one, but Sunderland we win, and the referee said that's going to be a free kick, yeah, to Sunderland. Califori, the culprits. To Sunderland there. And Arsenal, we have to defend this set piece again. And Granit Xhaka will leave this one. Been sent into the balls there. Headed out by Arsenal, but still with Sunderland there. And Timber, we quickly guide down her, and it's going to be a throw-in to Sunderland at this moment. So it's going to be a long throw-in from Sunderland. And it's Mukele about to send a long one now into the box of Arsenal. So he sends it into the box there. And oh my goodness! Oh my word! How did Sunderland not score from there? And I think the whistle have gone there, and David Raya making a good save there. And I think there should be offside also. But David Raya preventing that one. Oh my word. Good save there to deny Brian Bobby from getting the equalizer for Sunderland. But I think the whistle have gone for offside there. But very good response from the Arsenal goalkeeper, David Raya. So it's going to be free kick to Arsenal. Send a long one now. Clear that, and Arsenal wins back possession. Finds Leandro Trossard. Still Arsenal. Declan Rice to Califori. Back to and I think the whistle have gone again. Probably for offside. We just have to confirm. No, there's a player down. I think there's a Sunderland player down there. Yeah. And you can see the medical team quickly coming on to rush him, and at Arsenal and Mikel Arteta will take the opportunity to talk to the boys. So it's Leandro Trossard go in the 74th minute, separating both teams at the moment. And you can see the Arsenal fans in the stand there, cheering on their team. Happy with what they are saying. So Arsenal still lead by 2-1 away from home. And look at that from the replay of that Leandro Trossard, beautiful goal there. Roofing that one beyond the goalkeeper there. He saw the space and decided to take that one. What a goal from Leandro Trossard. So 81 minutes played already. It's Arsenal who still lead by 2-1 away from home. And I think that should be Mukele, who went down there and has been attended to. But the play will restart now with Arsenal. Restarting play now. So at the moment, Sunderland are one man down. So Arsenal back in possession. Here they come again, attacking from the right hand side. Send it back to Saliba, who finds Gabriel. Finds Califiori. Sending it back to Gabriel now. Finds Califiori, back to Califiori. Send it back to Gabriel. Drops it for Declan Rice. Who finds Leandro Trossard. Back to Declan Rice. Still Arsenal dominating possession. And this time losing it straight to Sunderland now. Here they come now attacking now. Turning defense into attack, but having 2-3 for Arsenal player quickly closing him down there. And in the game involving FC Volendam against NAC Breda, it's FC Volendam who have gotten the lead now. It's 2-1 now in favor of FC Volendam. 79 minutes. And Sunderland are still in possession inside their own half. What can they do now? They have less than 7 minutes to go to full time. Minus additional time. But here they come, still trying to create something now. Gradually sending it into the balls there. Could this be the goal for Sunderland? Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Sunderland almost getting the equalizer, but David Raya preventing Mandava. And I think David Raya is in pain at the moment. That was a very good ball being put inside the box of Arsenal. And Arsenal defense couldn't keep up. Thanks to David Raya. Will make the save there. And Atletico Madrid have conceded. So it's now 3-2, 90 plus 1 minute. Also, Mönchengladbach have pulled one back. So it's 3-1 in Germany, 90 plus 3. So it's going to be free kick to Arsenal. Mandava there. Almost breaking the hand of David Raya there. And Arsenal are yet to make any substitution so far in this game. And the VAR is checking the goal that Levante just scored now. So play restart now. With Arsenal winning back possession now with Declan Rice. Finds Leandro Trossard with Arsenal. Send it back to Zubimendi. Who finds Timber there. And Tom Beautiful were there. Finds Bukayo Saka. But lose possession. So it's Sunderland now. We are now back in possession. Sunderland now trying to see if they can get the equalizer in this one. Here they come again now. But send it back again. And you could see almost all the Arsenal players back doing the defending this time. Send a cross into the box there, but that was a poor cross there. And Arsenal will win back possession with a Birichi. And he has 3 players on him there, but give it straight away to Sunderland again. And Sunderland having another opportunity to send another cross into the box, but choose to go sideways and finally send the cross, but headed out there. And it's going to be a throw-in to Sunderland. Saliba defending that one. So throwing to Sunderland. And Arsenal will be making their first substitution in this game. Also, Sunderland sending in another player. So it's Mayenda coming on for Gertruda. Arsenal making the first substitution. Iberichi Eze being withdrawn. For Musquera. Mikel Arteta want to defend this one. And the referee signaling to the crowd that have stopped the whistle. So we might see a long additional minute added after the 90 minutes. So you have less than 4 minutes to play in this first second half now. And the Levante goal has been ruled out for offside. Varse no go. So it's Atletico Madrid 3, Levante 1. So turning quickly taking for Sunderland. And Arsenal now turning defense into attack now. Can they punish Sunderland once again? Here comes Bukayo Saka there. And Sunderland defending that one. Beautiful from by Granit Xhaka. And it's been pulled back there by Mikel Merino. But here comes Sunderland now. With Mayunda. Mayundra. Mayenda, yeah. So Sunderland still in possession. So now still in possession inside the half of Arsenal. 88 minutes gone already. It's still Arsenal who lead Sunderland by 2-1 away from home. And finally send a long one now. But Arsenal wins back possession there with Bukayo Saka. And possession in contention. But Arsenal will pick that one up now. Still Arsenal. Try to send a long one to beat the goalkeeper. But Declan Rice there trying to score from about 45. Yeah, about 45 yards out there, but couldn't direct that one beyond the goalkeeper. So goal kick to Sunderland, who send a long one into the half of Arsenal and clear that. And it's the Arsenal now who are back in possession with Bukayo Saka. And there's a player down for Sunderland. I think that should be Mandava there. So free kick. And we'll be having 7 minutes of additional time in this game. So free kick quickly taken for Sunderland there. We send a long one now inside the box of Arsenal. But that will roll out for a goal kick. And there's that's Sadiki, yeah. No, Mukele. I think it once more. But the referee saying no. So it's going to be goal kick to Arsenal. David Raya also will take all his time to take this one. One minute already played inside the additional time. So a long one now into the half of Sunderland there. Headed out back. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Musquera being fouled there. Mikel Arteta and Gabriel Hines having conversation at the moment. So Gabriel to take this free kick for Arsenal. Send it, try to find Bukayo Saka. So it's going to be a throw into Sunderland. We send it back to the goalkeeper. So Sunderland now moving into the half of Arsenal there. And send a cross into the box there. Headed down there, and it's going to be Declan Rice who will quickly get onto that one, but Sunderland will win back possession again. So it's the Sunderland who are with possession at the moment, trying to find the equalizer. And Arsenal have almost all their players also back doing the defending. See with Sunderland now. Send it back. Sunderland still with possession now. Try to cut back and send it back again. Finally send a cross into the box there, headed out there by Arsenal again. And Sunderland will win back possession again. Oh my goodness, and it looks like Sunderland it looks like Sunderland are about to create something out from this one. And it's a goal. Brian Brobby getting the equalizer. 93-minute lead. David Raya. Oh my word. David Raya flying to David Raya. We just have to look at the replay, but I think the goalkeeper, and there's a complaint there by the Arsenal players. We just have to look. Let's see. But Brian Brobby, and there's going to be a check on this one. So let's see. First of all, we have to confirm if there's offside there. Oh my word. There was a kick there, but ooh. But I think the VAR, we have to look at this one there. But that was a good goal there from Brian Brobby. So let's see if the goal we stand 94 minutes. And at the moment, it looks like the goal will stand. Yeah, the goal stands. It's Brian Brobby who gives Sunderland, who level things up for Sunderland. And the VAR have confirmed and said the goal will stand. Arsenal conceding 2 goals in a match. It's been a long time. So it's game on now. It's 2-2 in this one. "94 minutes already played. 95 minutes rather. So Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. So the goal starts and play restart with David Raya taking a long one now. Arsenal now in possession. We have less than 2 minutes to play in this one for Arsenal to find the winner. Can they find the winner with the remaining 2 minutes to go in this one? Back to Arsenal now. Leandro Trossard. Bukayo Saka sending a cross. Can this be the goal? My God. Another block there by Dambala there. And it's going to be corner kick to Arsenal. That was a good block there. And oh my word, the goalkeeper making the first save there. Oh. And Arsenal Mikel Merino almost getting the winning goal for Arsenal. So corner kick to Arsenal now. Gabriel forward. Saliba, Calafiori, all of them forwards. Bukayo Saka to take this corner kick for Arsenal. And he sent it straight into the balls there. Headed down there and cleared out there by Sunderland. And Arsenal almost giving possession away for Sunderland to attack them there. So it's going to be throwing to Sunderland. Declan Rice almost giving the ball away there to Sunderland. 97 minutes played already. It's 2-2 at the moment, and any moment from now, the referee throwing, quickly taking for Sunderland there. Arsenal win back possession, and the referee said free kick. And this could be the last attack from Arsenal. And quickly taking now, send it straight to Bukayo Saka. Wins down back. He has give the ball away straight again to Sunderland, who send a long one out. Mikel Arteta frustrated there. Still Arsenal now. One last chance for Arsenal to get the equalizer. And another, oh my goodness, the goalkeeper stopping that one. And I think at this moment, the referee will be having his whistle in his mouth. And it's full time already. At the Stadium of Light, Sunderland have stopped Arsenal from winning. And Sunderland stopped Arsenal from extending that eight game unbeaten or winning streak. But Arsenal still unbeaten. And they've considered 2 goals for the very first time in a long while. Also, Sunderland are the first team to score against Arsenal in the last 8 games. So it's 2-2 at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland doing beautifully well this season for themselves. They've denied Arsenal from taking all 3 points in this one. So our viewers, we've seen 90 minutes played already at the Stadium of Light. And it's 2-2 out there. A quick look at the table as it stands now. Because Sunderland are punching above their weight. Sunderland occupying the 3rd position on 19 points, same as Manchester City, who have 1 game at hand, and Arsenal still occupying the 1st position with 26 points. So tomorrow we'll be having the other games, but Chelsea will still take on Wolverhampton Wanderers tonight at the bridge there. So our viewers will be here to cover that one also for you. So for now, it's 2-2. Let's quickly read out the result of games played today already. We saw early kickoff. Tottenham played out a 2-2 draw against Manchester United, while Everton played out defeating Fulham by 2-0, while Sunderland defeating Burnley by 3-0, and Sunderland and Arsenal playing out a 2-2 draw. Later, in less than 30 minutes, we'll be seeing Chelsea taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers. And also tomorrow, there will be games to come tomorrow. There will be games to come tomorrow. But the big one tomorrow will be between Manchester City and Liverpool. Our viewers, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Sunderland deserve the point, or you think they deserve all 3 points, or do you think Arsenal deserve the point they've gotten, or they deserve all 3 points? Let us know that. Let us know in our comment section. And this is how we drop the curtain for this match, and we'll be back later on. So thank you for staying with us.